Following the searches on his properties, the feds discovered some damning evidence, and Diddy has been evading the authorities while attempting to clear his name of the many accusations leveled against him. As of right now, this evidence may potentially send Diddy behind prison for an extended period of time. Watch this video through to the very end to see P Diddy, who is completed and is running for his life. Before we start the video, let me just say that Diddy is done. I promise you won't want to miss this. The top celebrity jeweler, Ice Champ, is having a special sale on diamond watches, chains, and more for the next 24 hours. You can follow Ice Champ on Instagram right now. Diddy is done now that he's involved in several civil cases and federal investigations into drug and weapon trafficking, as well as claims that he solicited and distributed illicit guns. When federal agents searched Diddy's houses, they found weapons and took a lot of phones. Furthermore, since November, 5 lawsuits have been filed in New York against Diddy, claiming that he was involved in criminal enterprises in 2015 and that he assaulted and trafficked minors. The 14-year-old Ava Grace Baldwin was reported missing or abducted by her parents on September 17, 2015, in San Antonio, Texas. She was 6 years old at the time of the kidnapping. It was thought that Ava was with her mother, Catherine Ann Baldwin, who was not in jail and had a felony warrant out for her interference with child custody. After Hopper requested full custody, Baldwin and Ava's father, David Hopper, shared joint custody of Ava because Hopper wasn't confident Baldwin could keep Ava safe. Baldwin disappeared along with A.A. Baldwin's 2014 Ford Escape, which was found abandoned in a San Antonio parking lot in April of that year. 7 months after they vanished, many people searched Diddy's social media accounts for missed clues after hearing that his properties had been searched for possible sex trafficking connections. When they came across an old video of Combs and his adoptive daughter Ava Barron Combs, their meticulous research paid off. In the 2020 film, which was shared on TikTok Tuesday, the founder of Bad Boy Records is heard asking Barron to introduce herself to his Instagram fans during a live session. "I'm Ava, and I'm a Scorpio, no." The teenager started, but Diddy cut her off and instructed her to state her last name once again. Arrives, yes. The wealthy rapper was the subject of breaking news. Next, Mogul said that he had taken in the white boy and asked him to tell them the narrative of how he had adopted him. He said, "You still have lovely parents, but you're also my child. Tell them the story." He said, as a number of other men appeared in the background of the video, Barron jokingly explained how she was living on the streets before Papa decided he would be a caring man. "So after seeing me, Papa decided he would like to be a caring man, and he said to come inside and play with the kids." Barron also added that she and the rapper's twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah, are essentially sisters. Closing the video following the FBI probe, Diddy gave the girl's name, Ava Barron, clarification before giving her a tender peck on the cheek. Authorities said that Ava Grace Baldwin, who her parents reported missing in 2015, may be the youngster in the TikTok video that Diddy claimed to be his adoptive daughter. After disclosing his personal experience with Diddy, Cat Williams immediately brought up the fact that Diddy had been abusing young talent over the years, forcing them to pay a heavy price. The comedian expressed his sincere concern for the victims of Diddy's abuse and his alleged predatory behavior towards them. In response to numerous accusations made by women that Diddy had sexually abused them in the music industry, Williams discussed Diddy's alleged abuse of women over the years. However, Williams did not only discuss the allegations made against Diddy. Diddy was also allegedly involved in a number of scandals involving his habit of housing up-and-coming male artists who were aspiring to become successful under the guise of being their mentor. Diddy would allegedly expose them to a life of drugs and sexual predation. Among the victims Williams discussed were the well-known Nine's Crisscross Boys, despite the fact that Jermaine Dupri was the one who signed them and helped them achieve international fame. Williams said that Jermaine and Diddy contributed to the pair's downward slide, claiming that they gave them drugs and caused instability in their life. The Crisscross team, which was made up of Chris Kelly and Chris Smith, suffered greatly as a result of the business in the early 2000s, and they both struggled with personal issues. The most prominent one was Chris Kelly's drug addiction, which ultimately resulted in his death in 2013. The artist had taken cocaine and heroin. Another young artist Diddy mentored was Usher, a well-known R&B singer. The relationship fans always believed they had wasn't even close to what actually happened during Diddy's mentorship phase with Usher. Although Usher began living with Diddy at the age of 14, the kinds of things he described that they had witnessed during his stay there were definitely not what any teenager should have witnessed. The world began to believe that Usher himself might have been a victim, leaving him emotionally affected and unable to discuss the traumatic childhood he had with his so-called mentor. Another victim of Diddy's was Cassie Venter, a female artist who was formerly signed to Diddy's record label. Usher must have been traumatized by the events that took place in his early years, but he would mostly smile and dodge questions relating to the situation while leaving hints for the interviewers. In an interview, the R&B singer was asked about what he witnessed back when he was 14 and living with Diddy. Usher simply smiled and said they were very curious things taking place and I didn't understand. Cassie recently shared her experiences with the people she interacted with while under Diddy's captivity. In November 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy alleging sexual abuse and other charges related to her frequent assaults by the CEO. The lawsuit revealed that Diddy had encouraged Cassie to have sex with male sex workers while filming, and later on, the lawsuit went public against Diddy. Diddy refuted the claims right away, stating in a statement Diddy later revealed to the court that he was willing to settle the case behind closed doors in order to maintain the reputation he had built over the years. Surprisingly, Cassie accepted the offer, and people couldn't help but speculate that Diddy might have threatened her with an intolerable consequence. I did not do any of the horrible things being accused, and I will fight for my name, my family, and the truth. Diddy's persistent claims of abuse over the last several years. Diddy's alleged sexual misbehavior with both men and women has come to light. 4 additional women have sued him, claiming he exploited his power and wealth for inappropriate purposes.